Good evening, friends. So welcome to yet another session of CSAP News Analysis. And let's see, what do we need to know? Let's look at some of the most important things in today's newspapers. So let's move ahead. Okay, so these are the two groups. We have a WhatsApp group and we have also the Telegram group. So you can join these two groups. And if you join these two groups, then you can also download the PDF of today's newspaper analysis. Okay, so we have also something called interview guidance program for APSC CCE 2022 going on, and this has been quite a success. It has been going on for quite some time, and these are the distinguished guests. Okay, these are the distinguished people who are conducting the interviews. I mean, as you can see, there are certain big names here. Mr. Anil Swarup sir, who is a retired IAS officer, and he was also the former Core Secretary of India, besides being a reputed author. We also have with us Robin Kalita sir. He's a retired IRTS officer. He was the former director of IRCTC, and he was also a former external member of the APSC interview board. Other than that, other than him, we also have Omiya Kumar Bora. He's a former APSC chairman. We also have in this panel Mr. Dilip Bora, who is a former IPS officer. We also have Rajdeep Lekharu sir, Jepul Riz Kolita sir, Ijaz Ahmed sir. Okay, then so these are the contents. Okay, this is the content table, and these are some of the topics which we will cover in today's CNA session. So, I mean, as you can see, the first topic is governor's right to withhold assent. Okay, and this is the first topic that I'm talking about, governor's right to withhold assent. And as you can see, this particular topic has a connection with, it has got a direct connection with GS2. Okay, it has got a direct connection with GS paper 2, which deals with polity and governance. Then the second topic is 10th ASEAN Defense Ministers Meeting Plus. It has again a connection with GS2. It is important from the point of view of international relations as well as international organizations. Okay, multilateral grouping and all. Topic number 3 is where we will talk about Pradhan Mantri Mudra Scheme. As you know, it is a very important government scheme. And this is important from the point of view of GS Paper 2 and GS Paper 3, which deals with government policies and intervention in Indian economy. And we also have another very interesting topic, which is India-Australia 2+2 talk. These are basically bilateral talks. Again, it is important from the point of view of international relations, which gets covered by GS2. Then at the end of it all, we have for you the prelims facts, which are very, very important from the prelims point of view. And under this category today, we will go through certain things which are in news, like, for example, nitrogen 9 nucleus, project collaboration agreement, and Indira Gandhi Peace Prize. Okay, so let's get started. This is the first important topic, and this has been in news for quite some time now. That is the governor's right to withhold assent. See, SC notes Tamil Nadu's contention that governor has no discretion to withhold repassed bills. The thing is that, see, it is directly related with paper GS2, topics, polity and governance, importance for mains. And the source for this news is the Hindu. Now, as you all might be aware that, see, this particular situation has happened in Tamil Nadu, where the governor has refused to give assent to, certain bills which were passed by the Legislative Assembly of Tamil Nadu. Okay, and why this is in the news? Tamil Nadu's governor R.N. Ravi's decision to withhold assent to 10 pending bills has raised fresh legal questions on the powers of the governor. This comes at a time when at least 4 opposition ruled states, including Tamil Nadu, are before the Supreme Court, are seeking its intervention on defining the contours of the governor's power in the lawmaking process. See, if you look at the whole situation, this is very, very important. Okay, this is very, very important for examination because India follows a parliamentary democracy. Okay, India follows the parliamentary form of democracy. And in this particular parliamentary form of democracy, the ultimate right is being given to the citizens. Okay, the ultimate power lies in the hands of the citizens. And citizens, because all the citizens cannot be, okay, all the citizens cannot go inside, they cannot populate the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha at the same time. So we elect. Okay, so the citizens elect representatives to the Lok Sabha. So what we call, or who we call MPs, are people's representatives. Since all of us cannot go and we cannot house or we cannot go inside the Lok Sabha and make or take part in the lawmaking process, we elect people who act on our behalf. Okay, so ultimately, very true to its nature, the ultimate power lies in the hands of the citizen. And because, and see, this particular, and as we are very well aware of the term bills is nothing but a proposal. Okay, it involves how a law is being made. A law, there is a process, there's an entire process involved. This is known as a lawmaking process. Okay, first of all, a bill has to be raised by either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Then that particular bill has to, it has to be passed in both the houses. After that particular bill is passed in both the houses, if it is a national level bill, then it goes to the president for the final assent. And if now the bills we are talking about were raised by the state legislative assembly, and so a similar model is being copied at the state level also. So after a particular bill is passed in the state legislative assembly, it goes to the governor, okay, for his final approval. And only if the governor approves the bill, that bill will be promoted to the status of a law or an act. Okay, that is, now the thing is that the governor of Tamil Nadu has been withholding the bills. Now it has raised questions whether government is in a position to withhold bills. See, because this issue has been raised, or this issue has been highlighted, because government has not been elected by the people, as we all know. Okay, government is not an elected position, is not being elected by the citizens of India. And since India is a democratic, India is a what? Since India follows parliamentary democracy. So wherein the ultimate power lies in the hands of the people. And since governor is not an elected representative, but the MPs are elected representatives who have made the bills, who have made these who have made these bills. They are elected representatives. They have the sanction of the people. They have the sanction of the masses. They have the approval of the masses. So, and constitution also tells the same, because we live in a parliamentary democracy. So if you compare the importance of MPs and governor, especially in such matters, okay, the MPs are much more important, especially when it comes to lawmaking process. They have been given the authority to make laws. Okay, I mean, of course, governor can intervene, or the president at the national level can intervene, but it can intervene only under certain exceptional circumstances. It cannot block a particular law. Okay, it cannot block a particular bill from becoming a law as per their fancy. Okay, as per their fancy and desire. That goes directly against the spirit of parliamentary democracy. That is the whole issue. I mean, as you can see here, Article 163 of the Constitution deals with the powers of the governor. Article 200 specifically deals with the issue of granting assent to bills. Okay, as per Article 200. Okay, as per Article 200, when a bill is passed by the state legislature, the governor has 4 options. Okay, he can either grant assent to the bill, withhold assent to the bill, that is absolute veto, return the bill for reconsideration if it is not a money bill, suspensive, that is known as suspensive veto. If the legislature passes the bill again with or without amendments, the governor has to give assent. Now Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly has decided to go ahead with presenting the bills once again to the governor. Okay, and the 4th option is the governor may also reserve the bill for the consideration of the president. Okay, however, governors have been accused of misusing their powers and unfairly withholding their assent to bills, leading to friction within state governments. This is due to the given factors. Okay. Now, discretionary powers, again, Article 163, which talks about discretionary powers. The Constitution makes it very clear that if any question arises on whether a matter falls within the governor's discretion or not, the decision of the governor is final, and the validity of anything done by him cannot be called in question on the ground that he ought or ought not to have acted in this particular discretion. No provision for a time limit. The Constitution has no time limit under which the governor has to make a decision. Thus, he or she can exercise an indefinite pocket veto. Alleged partisan behavior. Governors have been accused of acting as agents of the center and not as an independent constitutional office. Okay. See the issues. Now, these are some of the issues with governors withholding assent to bills. Okay. It undermines the democratic process. Like I said, we live in a parliamentary democracy, and the governor who is appointed by the center can delay or reject bills passed by the state assemblies for political reasons. This undermines the democratic process since the governors are not elected officials. That's the point I was making. Undermines federal nature of Indian polity. The governor's alleged partisan actions to reject legislations passed by states at the behest of the center undermine federalism, which is a basic feature of our constitution, and it has been reiterated in the famous Keshavnan Bharti case versus State of Kerala in 1973. So as you can see, these are some of the issues. Okay, these are some of the problems which arise when governors decide to withhold assent to bills. So this is a very important issue. Okay. And these are some of the recommendations also which have been given by various committees as to how we can overcome this challenge. Okay, how we can overcome this dilemma, or how we can break this particular deadlock or stalemate. Okay, so you can go through these commissions. See, now previous year question, in a case if the same person is appointed as the governor of 2 or more states, the emoluments and allowances payable to him will bear by one of the 2 states decided by the president. The first state in which he was appointed, both the states shared by in such proportion as determined by the president of India. The second state in which he has been appointed. I want all of you to answer. Okay, I want all of you to answer to this question. So please leave your answers in the comment section below. CSAP mains practice question is, a governor should be discharging his or her duty in accordance with the spirit of the constitution, not just be an agent of the center. Discuss this statement in the light of the role of governor in the Indian polity. Okay, this has been asked. Okay, this has been asked in the past. I want you guys to attempt this question again. See, now let's come to the second news, which is the 10th ASEAN Defense Ministers Meeting Plus. This is very important from the point of view of GS paper 2. So the thing is that the Defense Minister of India, that is Rajnath Singh, has participated in the 10th Association of Southeast ASEAN Nations Defense Ministers Meeting Plus, ADMM Plus, in Jakarta, Indonesia. We will also look at the meaning of ADMM Plus in some time from now. See, we all know the importance of ASEAN. We all know that ASEAN consists of 10 Southeast Asian countries. And, you know, these countries, they have been a role model for everyone. Okay, this ASEAN group has been a role model for everyone. It is considered to be a great success story. And India, okay, India's geographical position places India in close proximity to ASEAN, especially the northeastern region of India. You know, it not only is in close proximity to ASEAN, but it has got many cultural and ethnical similarities with Southeast Asia. And the government of India is taking advantage of that, which is why the government of India has come up with Act East policy. So ASEAN is, if I have to say it in another way, ASEAN is right in the heart of India's foreign policy. Okay, it is right in the heart of India's foreign policy. It is one area India is focusing a lot upon. Okay, so, you know, what is ADMM Plus? ADMM Plus is a platform for ASEAN countries, and it's a dialogue partner. So this ASEAN, although it comprises 10 countries, it also has 8 dialogue partners: Australia, China, India, Japan, New Zealand, Republic of Korea, Russia, and the United States. Okay, these are the dialogue partners of ASEAN, and India is one such dialogue partner. And you know, they have decided to form these countries, or they have decided to give the status of dialogue partners to these countries so as to strengthen security and defense cooperation for peace, stability, and development in the region. Okay, and the ADMM is the highest defense consultative and cooperative mechanism in ASEAN. And the inaugural ADMM Plus was convened in Hanoi, which is in Vietnam, in 2010. And since 2017, the ADMM Plus meets annually to allow enhanced dialogue and cooperation among ASEAN and the Plus countries in the midst of an increasingly challenging regional security environment. Okay, there are a lot of issues going on in Southeast Asia. Okay, for example, one of the major challenges being faced by countries like Vietnam is China's expansionary plans. Okay, China's expansionary plans towards South China Sea. So, you know, these are some of the objectives to benefit ASEAN member states in building capacity to address shared security challenges, to promote mutual trust and confidence, to enhance regional peace and stability. Okay, these are some of the most important objectives. Consider the following countries: Australia, Canada, China, India, Japan. Which of the above are among the free trade partners of ASEAN? Okay, I want you guys to attempt this question. Then again, there was this question: examine the significance of ASEAN for India's economic, geostrategic, and security imperatives. So I want you guys to attempt this question. As I said, ASEAN is one such area you can't ignore because it occupies a very important place in India's foreign policy. Then Pradhan Mantri Mudra Scheme. Why was it in news? It was in news because Union's Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said women entrepreneurs are accorded first priority under the center's flagship Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana scheme, which offers financial assistance to beneficiaries. She said that more than 60% of the loans provided under the PMMY scheme go to women entrepreneurs. Now, that's a very noble, and that's a very positive initiative. Okay, we all know about the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. These loans are basically being given out to the MSME sector. Because they often find it difficult to avail loans from banks via traditional borrowing channels. To solve this, the government of India came up with something called Mudra Yojana in 2015. One can avail loans up to rupees 10 lakh. Okay, and loans are being given to non-corporate, non-farm, small micro enterprises. Okay, now, now these are the various types of PMMY. There are three mainly. They can be divided into three primary categories: Shishu, loans up to 50,000; Kishore and Tarun, loans between rupees 5 lakh and 10 lakh come under Tarun. And implementing agency monitoring of PMMY progress at the state level will be done through SLBC forum, and at national level by Mudra, Department of Financial Services, Government of India. This can be important from the prelims point of view. See, eligibility now, benefits of PMMY. I mean, the people who are borrowing money via this channel, they do not have to provide any collateral security. They're easily available. Quick capital, empowering women. Okay, women entrepreneurs have added special concessional benefits to the loans. And rural empowerment, it is a very important way via which we can boost or we can strengthen the rural economy. If we can improve the rural economy, we can also solve the problem of we can also solve the problem of overpopulation. We can also solve the problem of overpopulation in towns and cities, okay, in urban localities. Flexible now, these are some of the other benefits. Now, previous year, we have already had questions on Mudra in the previous years, like this one. I want you guys to attempt this question also. The Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is pushing India towards a more inclusive entrepreneurship. Do you agree with this view? Comment 250 words, because now, since most of the loans have been given to women, these have also acted as a way to reduce the gender divide, to reduce the gender gap. It will also go a long way. It will also go a long way in promoting women empowerment. India-Australia 2+2 talks. Okay, what's on the table for the India-Australia 2+2 talks? So Defense Minister engaged in bilateral talks with Australian Deputy Prime Minister and Defense Minister Richard Marles in New Delhi. India and Australia expected to discuss a wide range of strategic defense and security issues at the defense and foreign ministers of the two countries meet for the second 2+2 ministerial dialogue on 20th November. As we know, India has been engaging with Australia. Okay, India has been engaging with Australia. India has got multiple channels to engage with Australia, and one of the most important channels is the quadrilateral or the Quad. So the 2+2 dialogue is a format of meeting of the foreign and defense ministers. Why it is known as 2+2? Because it involves two very, very important ministers of a country, and they include foreign as well as the defense minister. Okay, so in this case, the defense minister of India is Rajnath Singh. Foreign minister, as we all know, is a very famous personality. So it enables the partners to better understand and appreciate each other's strategic concerns and sensitivities. Okay, India has 2+2 dialogues with 5 key strategic partners: US, Australia, Japan, Russia, and the UK. Okay, as we all know, US, Australia, Japan, and India, they are the members of this Quad group. Other than that, India is also having 2+2 dialogues with Russia and the UK. Okay, now the thing is that the inaugural 2+2 dialogue with Australia was held in September 2021 in New Delhi. So, these dialogues are very, very important, and they can be asked from the perspective of international relations. Now, key highlights. Now, critical areas covered. The discussion covered critical areas including anti-submarine warfare and air-to-air refueling, security in the vast Indo-Pacific region amid China's rising influence. As we all know, China is asserting itself too much in the Indo-Pacific region, in the Southeast Asian region. Now, these are some of the key highlights of this particular meeting which took place between them. Now, India-Australia growing defense cooperation. We have been, like I said, engaging with Australia for various reasons, and defense is one of the key sectors we look at Australia for, okay, or we depend on Australia, or we are trying to. This is one of the key reasons why we are trying to improve our ties with Australia, why we are moving closer to them in terms of relations and ties. Like for example, cooperation in Quad. India and Australia members of Quad, and we focus on maritime domain awareness, subsurface domain awareness, and anti-submarine warfare. The Indo-Pacific MDA initiative introduced in India in Tokyo is an implementation phase. Always keep one thing in mind. India What does India want? India aims for a rules. India aims for a rules-based order. India aims for a peaceful. India aims for a rule-based order, and India aims for a peaceful and for a peaceful and stable Indo-Pacific region. Okay, for a peaceful and stable Indo-Pacific region, so that everyone can take advantage, or everyone derives benefits out of this immense potentiality of the Indo-Pacific region. Now, analyze how India's foreign policy towards Myanmar has changed since the coup. Okay, this can be a very important question. Okay, this can be a very important question because we all know what is going on in Myanmar. Okay, Myanmar has found itself in a tight spot. It has found itself on a sticky wicket. The Janta, many rebel groups, and these are ethnic groups. Okay, these ethnic groups have stood against the military Janta of Myanmar. They have once again reasserted themselves. They have once again reasserted their democratic rights, because as we all know, military Janta is not an elected representative. So these ethnic groups basically want a proper, they want an elected government. They want an elected government in power. Now, which of the following? So this can be another question. Now, these are some of the important prelims facts. Nitrogen and nucleus. Scientists discovered hints of the new isotope called nitrogen-9 by smashing beams of oxygen isotopes into beryllium atoms in the US National Superconducting Cyclotron Laboratory. These are certain things which become very, very important from the prelims point of view. And these are some of the things about nitrogen-9 nucleus. It is characterized by 7 protons and 2 neutrons, which is an unusually high proton to neutron ratio. Now, this can be very important. See, most nitrogen comes as the isotope nitrogen-14 with 7 protons and 7 neutrons. But physicists say they have glimpsed a far more elusive variant with just 2 neutrons. Okay. Now, project collaboration agreement. The Ministry of Ayush and the World Health Organization formalized a project collaboration agreement. And what is this project collaboration agreement all about? It aims to bridge traditional and complementary medical systems with the mainstream of the national health system, a key initiative outlined in the Traditional Medicine Global Strategy 2025-34 to be prepared by the WHO with the support of the Ministry of Ayush. So, and if I have to highlight the objectives, to standardize the traditional and complementary medical systems, incorporating their quality and safety aspects into the national health system, and disseminating these practices on an international scale. The major goal of this agreement is the strengthening of training and practice in the field of the complementary medicine system, specifically Siddha. Okay, as we all know, this traditional medical systems have become very popular, and we have a whole ministry dedicated to this, which is known as Ayush. Okay, so if somehow we can ensure a deep cooperation between the traditional medicine and if somehow we can ensure cooperation between the traditional medicine and the established form of medicine, which is known as allopathy, then I think we can solve a lot of problems. And that's what the government is aiming for. Indira Gandhi Peace Prize, recently the Indira Gandhi Prize for Peace, Disarmament and Development was jointly awarded to Indian Medical Association and Trained Nurses Association. Okay, and as representatives of the COVID-19 warriors in a country. So, I mean, it was a gesture. Okay, it was a kind gesture, and it was in recognition of their efforts during the COVID-19 pandemic time. They were given this award, and it's Indira Gandhi Peace Prize is a prize which is given for peace, disarmament, and development. It consists of a monetary award of rupees 25 lakhs along with a citation. The award is given to individuals or organizations that work towards ensuring international peace and development. Some of the past recipients of this award includes Mikhail Gorbachev, okay, UNICEF, Jimmy Carter, former president, UN and its Secretary General Kofi Annan, Angela Merkel, Chancellor of Germany, Indian Space Research Organization, former Prime Minister of India, Manmohan Singh, Sir David Attenborough, and Pratham Angiu. So, I mean, as you can see, this is our academic team, and this is, the content developing team, Achyut, Mandita, Priyanka, and Anurekha. So on that note, I would like to thank each one of you. Okay, take care until we meet next time. Thank you so much.